What is up, fanboys and fangirls? Welcome to the Fanboys Anonymous YouTube channel and podcast channel and everything else. Here we are doing another FanTracks edition, a commentary track here for the latest animated DC film, Justice League Warworld. I'm your host as always, Tony Mango. Joining me as always, Robert E. Felice.
Hello, everyone. We're here again.
It's been a while. I've been busy on lots of different things, predominantly the Blueprint Project, which if you are interested in DC, you definitely should be checking out things like the Batman A Nighttime Story, 100 records from the Wayne Foundation archives to figure out what I would do if I were able to boil down the entire history of that character into just 100 stories. It is fundamentally the best version of the character, I will say confidently, because otherwise I wouldn't have written it. I would have been like, oh, if this sucks, then I wouldn't have moved on and not bothered with it. But we are going to be talking about the Justice League here. There is a blueprint, at least in note form in some way, of what I would do for Justice League, and Warworld, I'm assuming, is not going to be what I have on my blueprint. I don't know. I don't know anything about this movie. With the Warworld name, I'm assuming Mongol has something to do with it, and Mongol, not to spoil too much, is just a part of my Superman blueprint. But this has Wonder Woman, this has Batman. For some reason, it's got Batman with a sword, and it looks like Wonder Woman's a cowgirl, and I don't know what's going on with I don't know what's happening with Clark, but he looks like he's like an old like 1920s or something reporter. So maybe we're going with like a time traveling thing here. I don't know. We're doing a first impressions thing. That's what we've been
Man
doing.
of Tomorrow, if this does take place in the same vibe, like that was a bit older too, wasn't it?
Not that old though. Not for it to be like enough that he needs to wear this type of an outfit based off of the graphics that I'm seeing. But maybe they have like I don't know. See, I have no idea. I purposely didn't bother to look at anything like this because I wanted to get my first reaction. So the Warworld name I would think is Mongol, but I don't see him in any of the graphics. And it's been a while since I've seen any of the trailer for it. Because sometimes these things just get kind of lost in translation. And then I go, oh, damn, there's a Justice League movie that's out. Let's watch it. And then that's what we're doing here. So if you don't know how the FanTracks podcast works, it's pretty simple. We can't give you the movie to watch along with us. That would be copyright infringement. And I want to work for DC, not get sued by DC. But what we can do is we can give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play. And when I say play, we're going to hit play on what we're watching it on, and you should hit play as well. There's a little timer on your screen if you're watching this on YouTube. If you are on Spotify or Amazon Music or something, then you just got to trust me that when I say play, we're going to do that. I mean, you should trust me anyway. I'm a pretty trustworthy guy. But the idea in mind is that you can sync up with the time code, and then you can watch it along with us. And like what people have been saying recently, which is, of course, always great to see the comments, it's basically us treating this as if you're watching it along with us, like sitting on the couch in the same room, even though Rob and I are not in the same room, and just bullshitting, enjoying the movie, picking apart things we don't like, laughing at jokes, making our own jokes, that kind of thing. Obviously, we have not worked on this movie, so we cannot provide like production details if you were a director or anything. We've done like 70 of these things. So if you are somebody who's a regular to the channel, I'm sure you're just skipping this anyway and getting to the part where we start the movie. But if at any point you need to stop, just hit the pause button and you can come back around. That's what the time code's all for. I've thought this out. It works out pretty well. And everything that you need to know about it, we'll talk about during the movie. I got everything set up. How about you, Rob?
I do have everything set up. We're going to be watching on our handy dandy Plex.
Mm-hmm.
And let's have fun.
So you will see the code moving like it is on the screen right now. I'm going to reset that. And then that's it. So if you are not ready, make sure you pause this, come back when you are, get popcorn or something like that. I'm not eating anything. Rob just had some chocolate ganache cake, and I just had a brown butter cookie, not before we got started this. But nice. Yeah, you can't go wrong with chocolate, right?
Yeah, you really can't. I'm sorry, Cal.
It's all right. So remember, it is 3, 2, 1, play. You hit play when we hit play at the same time. And we're going to do that now. 3, 2, 1, play. So we got the WB animation logo up right now. I'm going to lower my volume a little bit on my thing so that doesn't interfere too much with me hearing Rob.
I am more up to date with DC animation right now than anything else. My Adventures with Superman, I have seen all 5 episodes.
Fun show. I like that.
The Harley Quinn show is back. I've seen
so
all
good.
those so far.
I am missing one of the movies, though. I did not see Legion of Superheroes.
We're going to watch that, too.
We probably will, yeah. It's a bright sun. I already know I would hate to live here. Never ridden a horse before, have you?
I think I have. I was very young. But I have ridden a horse. I like animals. You know, that was the most neurodivergent thing you'll hear from me ever.
I was just gonna say, did it come off like I don't?
Like,
Last Stand. Now, anytime that they're in any kind of like a cowboy type situation, I always assume that Jonah Hex is going to pop up because it typically ends up being the case.
I always forget that he's DC. How do you feel about the Archer style animation?
I've seen worse. I've seen better. I'm not disliking it.
Going with this theme lately, I don't like it.
I do like the thick lines.
That is very clearly Wonder Woman.
Nice. Good job there, Grizz's friend. I like the outfit. Very Wonder Woman-esque with without being, you know, she's wearing like her shorts.
Wonder Woman 3 is apparently in the works.
Grizz's friend would have gotten him.
Shot right through him.
Yeah. I think it's funny that every saloon and every TV show looks exactly the same. It's always this type of a pattern of a wall. Guy behind the counter has always got a mustache. You're not going to get a sarsaparilla. Good old Purdy ones. Didn't you just? Yeah, tell him to fuck off that. We're gonna get the generic, the 3 guys want to jump her so she beats the shit out of them type thing. Hey, you don't talk to Saskatoon Willie like that.
Man, come on. She threw you with ease, and you're just like, yeah, I'll take you.
Yeah, right. Backhands him. Yeah, fuck you, pal. I like the idea of using the whip like that. That's cool.
They are in the olden time.
She gonna have the bracelets to block these slow ass bullets. No, somebody else did it.
Is that Batman?
Oh, there you go. There's Jonah Hex. Knew he was gonna pop up. Still not sure why this is Warworld.
Because Wild West was taken.
Be funny if he like didn't learn at all from the situation. He's like, perhaps you'd join me for a drink. You know, you're a pretty one. Are you hard of hearing? Just kind of immediately follows the same thing.
Huh, somebody's getting a drink.
Look at the buffalo in the background. The eyes on it looked like it was like shocked before it got killed.
Okay, let's just go right there, Diana Schiff.
From my mother.
No remote like subtlety. Just
Yeah.
how'd you get the face?
What's up with your fucking ugly face, dude?
You fucking asshole.
Bank. I never saw the Jonah Hex movie. I don't think I'm missing out on anything. You know, we live in a society.
Thank you, Joaquin.
I was thinking more George Costanza. Dun, 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 dun.
So are we getting more one-shots? Like, is that all this is now?
I don't know. I mean, they do seem to really like doing these animated movies based off of like
Period pieces?
period pieces and like, you know, well, what if this was the twist onto it? And just like Commissioner Gordon, kind of like with that being Barbara, and probably not, but could be.
Yeah, I could see it. Whoa.
Damn. All right.
All right. Joe Chill with no chill.
Ew. Don't be that guy.
Oh, please don't be that guy.
You're not going to do anything? I was going to say,
Wonder
Diana is not going to
Woman's
fucking, yeah.
Well, you could have fucking helped her parents. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now she's a fucking orphan. Maybe Mongol's not in this. Because this seems like, I don't know how they would get to the point where Mongol would pop up. Nice.
Oh. Okay. I'm all right with that.
I wonder if this guy's a good guy because he's all decked out in the white hat and all. That's right. This was rated R. Forgot about that. That simple.
Really? What the fuck? She just lost her parents.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, it sucks, man. Anyway.
Barry Allen.
I was thinking maybe Steve Trevor. Jonah Hex is the only like cowboy character I can think of off the top of my head. Except for maybe Batlash? Maybe?
Yes.
Wait, why is Jonah Hex a bad guy?
For the same reason that Gordon is the heel in Gotham by Gaslight. We're just changing the story. If you didn't watch Gotham by Gaslight, I apologize.
Wait a minute. What the fuck? Why was Jonah Hex like, oh, I'm a good guy here. Never mind. I'm actually the worst. What was the point of this heel turn? And yes, heel turn. I'm stuck in pro wrestling.
Bro. Why'd you get a flower?
Not your parents. He's got a minigun.
What?
Okay, there you go. There's the bracelets. You decapitate the son of a bitch.
I'm a wonder.
This dude looks like what's the name of the dwarf in Lord of the Rings? Gimli. Hey now.
They're gonna. This poor bastard, but it's terrible.
I mean, that's what you get when you run a saloon, right? You got to know that's how that works. That's a whole, like, this era doesn't make sense to me. Like, it doesn't seem like it's real that this ever happened. I mean, obviously, this didn't. Fucking Wonder Woman's not real, but, like, the idea of the whole cowboy era.
The Wild West.
Yeah, it does not seem like that was real to me. It seems like it's just pure fiction, like sci-fi.
I can't imagine that it was.
For 6 years, I held this up my ass. Pulp Fiction's great. What's the issue with these people now?
It's the Wild West.
To just fuck everybody just constantly. They're like, man, I just came here to play some cards. I wanted to avoid the daily shooting. Yeah, why would you be honest and wait until it stopped ticking?
The man's only as good as his word, Tony.
Yeah, you know what an alive man can do? Have a lot more words.
But you're the nicest person I know who is such a piece of shit.
Whenever I was watching Westworld and stuff, I was always like, yeah, there's no way I would survive in this era for multitude of different reasons, but I'm sure one of them would be, I would say some kind of a snide remark and somebody would just shoot me.
I worry about that with you in the real world.
That's true, yeah. 2023, it'll happen, I'm sure, at some point. Front and back.
Why are they taking a chance with her?
Right. Did you not see that she survived an explosion with not a scratch on her? It's good. It's got the powers, at least.
Kill him.
Right, yeah. Clearly he's a bane on this fucking town. Just get rid of him.
And it's not like you have a mortal code. I saw you shoot somebody.
Right. But he's a named character, so he can't die, right? Yeah, here you are murdering a couple other people. Once and for all. Didn't she just pop up in town?
Didn't it just start?
Like,
what?
It was today, right?
Wait, is this like Batman Death in the Family where it's a series of shorts?
Maybe. But it's weird that it's like, I'm going to end this once and for all. It's been a couple hours, maybe at most, that she's been in this town. Gotta say, so far with the execution of this, not loving it.
It's very action packed, but like
the story, like, is just all over the place. Like it almost seems like
yeah,
it's
this has to be a series of shorts.
That this is like the bullet points without being fleshed out. Like they're rushing everything by just having every character say exactly what needs to be said. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like whoever this girl is immediately is done with. Yeah, my parents got killed like 20 minutes ago, but it's fine.
20 minutes, it's like 5 seconds. Be brave now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then why is this called Warworld then?
Because the world is at a state of war. In a state of war. I can speak English. Uh-huh.
Of course, this, the horse survived too.
I've been through the desert on a horse. Wait, what?
Oh, now this dude's dead.
What? Man.
Man,
But
oh
yeah.
no, the guy that we don't know the name of. I was such a big fan of him.
Okay, series of shorts.
Now you're going to kill him after he's killed even more people. No, you're still not going to kill him, right? You can call all the mooks with no names, but you got to make a statement with him.
I don't think he's alive.
Be great if she says no. She's just like, nah, man, I was fucking piecing out of here so fast.
Oh, she ain't even give her an answer. Because I've been through the day.
So that's what? Like, what are we doing here? To quote you.
And now there's.
So I'm assuming that this is the Bruce side of it because there's the swords and he had the sword in the poster. Yeah, there goes the no kill rule. Or is it
You man, fuck.
Shambhala?
What? Tony, if you welcome me into your home and then start swinging the sword at me, I don't know if we could be friends.
Yeah. All right, so then let's see if there's any. No, I was just gonna say, did they just fucking kill Batman already? See if this character makes any sense in particular. He's got like a bird helmet thing. I don't think that they're going with like a Hawkman. I don't know who Demos is. Oh, Batman. What do you think about the idea that Jensen Ackles could potentially be the next live action Batman?
I don't buy it, but I can.
I don't think it's going to end up happening, but I'd be down for it. We can't trust him. Give the man his gold. I like that the old Simpsons quote. You'll pay that off in the acid mines. Something's got to be like they got to like wrap this up at some point and be like, oh, this was all like a hallucination or something, right?
I'm not exactly sure because
What's that?
I'm not exactly sure because I think they're just playing it straight.
Got him. I thought that they forgot to animate that. Oh, is this supposed to be like Oliver Queen? Maybe he hasn't had any arrow things, but they just mentioned an arrow. The bearded dude. Probably not.
No.
We're meant to see dragons that are more than dragons. Who do you think this person is that they're building up to?
I'm trying to see. What do you think? But does he fight for the American way?
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're going with it like a Joker thing.
Oh my god. Oh dear.
Like a magic Joker? Hmm. Ooh, I wonder who those characters are talking about, huh? Mad Hatter, clearly, right? We got dinosaurs going to pop up now. Oh. Oh, okay. We're getting like mutant rhinos. No, there we go. There's dinosaur. Just gotta drag him down. Oh, that was easy. Suddenly I have the urge for peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Killer Croc. Nah, just another dinosaur. Gotta say, definitely not at all the movie that I was anticipating that it was going to be.
No, not in the list.
And not like if this was not like Batman and all, I don't think I'd be watching it. Which is a shame because with the Warworld thing, they could have done a really cool like gladiator type, like Hulk on Sakaar type of story, but like with Superman, Mongol, and all. Oh, this dude has a fucking mace for a hand. I didn't notice that. No shit. Oh, she did. Hit the thing with her mace hand.
Oh.
Dude, you've got a mace for a hand. Hit it with the fucking mace hand. And that's real smart. When that goes down, where you think she's going. Okay, fuck. Didn't see that one coming either.
Get fucked. You're Batman. You're fine.
That's when Wonder Woman should come over and go, be brave now.
Yeah, for real. Like, I know your friend just got disintegrated. Be strong.
Well, since none of these are Batman characters, I'm assuming that it's not going to be like, oh, the magic user, it's like Poison Ivy or something.
But there is a lot of
Because you're fucking Batman. That's why.
yeah. Because I think
Yeah.
like
Batman and Skullboy.
well, other Skullboy is now Skull.
Yeah. 2/3 of the Living Tribunal. It's all building up to a Marvel crossover.
They're not doing great, huh?
This looks like something out of fucking Maze Runner. You ever see that?
No.
First one's not bad. Second and third,
This looks like a dungeon crawl, like a Doom or something.
ooh.
Oh my!
Oh, I thought it killed that guy.
Oh yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I thought he was the.
Because didn't even think about the idea that it didn't have any hair or anything.
Hey, look, it's NXT Superstar Wild Boar.
I was thinking more Mantar. Half man, half tar.
Got hooves.
He passed away recently.
Yeah, you weren't here for that.
R.I.P. Mantar.
Name one Mantar match.
The Royal Rumble that he was in.
Good job.
Imagine the people that built this shit. They're like, it'd be pretty sweet if in this hallway we had a bunch of spikes, and in this hallway we had a fucking Minotaur. Yeah, it's not like he fucking planned that, dude. Give him the fucking key.
Kinky.
Yes, I can. And I just did. Just be faster than the other person. Yeah. Good.
Damn. That's not cool, man. Wow, that's pretty vicious. What is that? What? Okay, what are we actually watching?
What is this fucking movie? That's not the one that was chasing the other thing, was the Mariah one? Couldn't be. I guess it's just another redhead.
It's a Wonder Woman.
Name's Big Barda. That's totally seen. Like, what is this movie? Who are these people?
I'm looking it up now.
Skartaris and Demos. It's like they wanted to do a completely different movie. Maybe this is a different movie, actually. Maybe this isn't like a DC thing, and they just reskinned it and said, like, well, why don't we just say that the characters are Batman and whatnot?
After being kidnapped and transported to a strange world, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman unite to lead a resistance. So this is all connected? These aren't shorts?
And this dude looks like the fucking Mandarin. I want to see somebody juggle. You know, he does have a gun. He could just shoot the three of you from up there.
But he can't because he's Batman.
Wait, what?
What the fuck? Oh.
This dude's like the main character.
So supposedly we're supposed to. Everybody's supposed to be connected here. I haven't seen a single fucking thing yet that lets me think
Yeah.
what we just saw.
Because none of the, like, if this is like a hologram thing and that's why they were having those little visions and all, then Bruce is just like legit killing people. That's fucking weird. And
the synopsis I'm reading reads very differently than the movie we're seeing.
I mean, the thing that you just mentioned about that they all unite to fight Mongol or something, like, I know it didn't. I'm not clicking on the wrong thing here. It said Justice League Warworld. Like, why isn't this even a character? I mean, maybe Demos is in the comics and I'm just unaware of him, but like, why wouldn't this be Clarion or something, you know?
But this will be followed by Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. And that's not out until next year. You telling me we're done for the year already?
Jesus.
Except for Legion of Superheroes, which somehow came out in February and we missed.
Right, yeah. They don't do a good job of really advertising these. They just sort of, like, if you're not actively paying attention to websites that do more of the work, you just don't really know.
Watch League of Superheroes like tomorrow. Doesn't that look like Diana?
Never been the biggest fan of too many of these, like, side mission type movies where it's like, okay, well, some of them ideas are cool where they can take something and do like I didn't love the execution of Superman Red Sun, but the story itself was pretty neat, you know?
That was good, yeah.
But like, I don't know, a lot of these just feel very gimmicky. Like, Travis Morgan. I don't know Travis Morgan either. These are deep enough cuts that, I mean, shit, if you could click on the Batman blueprint, you know how deep I get. I don't know any of these fucking characters.
I just want to see if this all actually ties in or if that's just the synopsis they gave and these are 3 stories.
Oh no, girl that I don't know the name of. Yeah, so how did she get in there before they did when she was the one riding that pterodactyl thing? He left you for dead.
What am I watching?
So that is Diana then?
Okay, so we got Batman, we got Wonder Woman. We'll stay here. Yep. Okay, so that is Diana. So Diana just got transported to fucking Yeehaw Land and this world?
And then I guess the next one's going to be Superman.
Where we'll get
and
Clark.
Then both of them will pop up in there.
And then they'll go back to reality.
And it'll be like, they've all been playing a video game this whole fucking time. Yeah. So now we're in black and white.
Yeah, sure. I give them the business.
It probably is that era. Yeah, it's somebody else chomping on a cigar. Yeah.
I want to bully.
Oh, okay, Faraday, I know. Oh, we're going for a UFO thing. Those damn Ruskies. Ah, Japan. Cool.
Let's go.
I already like this one the best.
Yeah, because it's not some fucking weird D&D world.
Yeah.
Like,
but still wouldn't be the story that I would be telling, so it's a little strange. But at least we're talking fucking Majestic 12 and all. We're gonna get Superman destroying the big owl at Bohemian Grove. There we go. Alrighty.
he said, "Do I know you? Are you trying to touch me?" Like,
wondering if I know him.
all right. So what's the twist?
You mean for this little chapter, for the whole thing?
The whole thing.
I mean, if the Warworld name has any weight to it, it's got to be Mongol. So then I guess maybe their interpretation of Warworld isn't as much of like actual gladiator combat and more like that he's hooked them up to like a Black Mirror type thing.
How do you get to a Black Mirror?
Everybody, shut up. Got an Archie fucking Bunker here. Or not Archie Bunker. What's Archie's name? The fucking Archie comics. Archie Bunker's the
Archie,
the sitcom guy.
fucking Luke Perry. That was his dad on Riverdale.
Is it Cunningham? No, that's not Archie. What the fuck? I gotta look
Cunningham,
it up.
really?
I keep thinking of all these other characters. Andrews.
I like Cunningham.
Archie Cunningham's from something else. I don't remember what. I think it's funny that back during this era, people thought that they were so fucking cool if they had a toothpick sticking out of their teeth.
fairness to them, I still think that's cool because Razor.
Razor remote.
Like,
Well,
that's
this
still
dude's
cool.
not calling people Chico. So it's not Soups for the alien. This will be Diana, of course. If they're going with an alien, the thing that I would go with is, I mean, this whole fucking story is completely ass backwards from what I would have done, I'm sure. But I'd probably go Martian Manhunter, right?
Yeah, you should be. I mean, green people, yeah.
Unless this turns into some weird ass Mr. Mixes Pitlick thing or something. And it's her girlfriend. They were totally like, hey, how about we draw like a discount Marlon Brando?
What do you think of people who romanticize this time in life?
I think that they're dumb.
Well, I did ask.
The only time frame anybody should romanticize is the only time frame that makes sense, which is the 90s.
I thought you were going to say something profound, like the present, like so that you're romanticizing the life you're living. But okay, I
No,
also like the
2023
90s.
blows.
I also like the 90s.
The 90s was so much better. I'll take everything in the 90s except for the technology of today, pretty much.
That's the way I always describe it. Like when I'm getting the website done, I'm like the 90s, but with the feel of today.
He's like, man, where's my sword? Yeah, there's a little Superman costume. Yeah. All right. So they're hooked up to, well, I don't know. This is like they tried to make their own Twilight Zone episode.
Yep.
I mean, if it's not Martian Manhunter, then there's plenty other aliens that they could do. It could be like,
Sure.
hmm. Oh, it's a white Martian, I guess. Oh, they're all white Martians. Actually, they might not be white Martians. They might be like that fucking alien group that they had for the Arrow Crisis on Infinite Earths or something. I forget the name of them. I think it started with a D.
I almost said something related to the conversation we had before we started.
What's that?
I almost said something related to the conversation we had before we started.
I still couldn't hear you, cut out about halfway through.
I said I almost said something related to the conversation we had before we started. They're not white Martians.
Fucking what's his name from Close Encounters of the Third Kind just pops up. Richard Dreyfuss.
Martian Manhunter is a weird name for a hero.
I've never been a big fan of that name. I like John as a character, but the Martian Manhunter name's pretty meh.
Not hero-like at all. This would be the scariest thing I could ever imagine.
This would definitely be up there for sure. You can chase by these like monstrous aliens and all.
Yeah, that would be the scariest thing I would ever imagine.
I don't fucking know.
Who can control minds?
Control minds?
Yeah.
I mean, Martian Manhunter could. But
isn't he a babyface?
right. But then again, Jonah Hex was bad for some reason in this.
That's true.
If they've got like a psychic person, they could be Simon. Or the Brain. I think the Brain can do that. I know Simon can at least. They use Simon a lot for Young Justice. But I don't know about any kind of connection between Simon and Mongol.
Do you need a connection?
At this point, maybe not. I don't know. They're all over the place with this thing.
He's a brain for sure. And he's
yeah, that's what you naturally do.
random. Were you a fan of Once Upon a Time? The Disney show? Well, not the Disney.
Never seen it.
Really? The premise kind of made me think of it because I can't remember who they are at first.
They're all like mythological characters and Disney characters and stuff, right?
Actually pretty decent.
Is this Martian Manhunter? He's green. I mean, he's kind of got a point. Like, you've just been chased by a bunch of these monsters. What makes you think that the green one's better?
I can't tell if he's an alien or if he's.
I like so much better the whole truth, justice, and a better tomorrow instead of the American way that they've been doing.
I like Truth, Justice, in the American Way. It's a classic. You know?
The way that I plan on using it in the blueprint is to tie that into Luthor's presidency.
And then Superman takes it and says, and a better tomorrow.
Somewhat. More in a different way. More Luthor spins Superman's message. He's like, oh man, that didn't hurt at all.
Is Superman turning heel?
Nah.
Oh, he just killed that guy from.
That's dramatic. Everything is changing. Maybe they abducted all four of them and they've been using John to mess with their heads or something. Because Martian Manhunter was in the Superman Man of Tomorrow movie, right? He was like helping Clark.
I believe so. Okay, I think we're back to normal.
Or you could see not color.
Not the worst movie I've seen, but not the best. I think that's a fair way to put it. It's my standard double speak.
At the risk of somebody thinking that they don't want me to work for DC for crapping on it, I think that this has been pretty bad. Sorry, the writers and all.
The
I'm not.
Tomorrowverse in general is not good.
I liked Man of Tomorrow. I liked the way that they did the Batman Long Halloween. But this, I'm not digging.
See if I can see all the movies in the Tomorrowverse. Oh, okay, Long Halloween was in the Tomorrowverse.
Thought so. Because those
I
were
haven't
like
seen all of
coherent
World War II.
stories. I don't remember the World War II one. Maybe I actually missed that one. I don't remember for sure.
I haven't seen all of it yet. We should watch that. Green Lantern was okay.
I know I didn't like the Green Lantern one.
So,
but I liked it better than this one because this one's just like it's an incoherent story, it seems.
So Super Sons is completely separate from this.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I missed the regular DC animated universe.
This is going to get a lot more confusing too once the James Gunn initiative starts too.
Or it'll get better.
Could be.
Because I think the Tomorrowverse is already ending.
Yeah, so he's been messing with them. We're not on Earth. There you go. So they were supposed to have been gone for months.
They don't know who you are, bro.
Because I don't buy the idea that it's like, okay, well, there's been no Superman and Batman or whatever for months on end. Not a fan of that either. At least it's a Zeta chamber. That makes sense. You're not going to restore their memories?
The Tomorrowverse is a collection of interconnected animated films and what is the purpose of this reboot?
And this doesn't even seem like this is following the continuity of the other movie, though. Now we got fucking Lobo in here? And now Clark's dead. Or Bruce is dead.
The Tomorrowverse is not confirmed to be a sequel to the DC animated movie universe. Many make this mistake due to the DC animated universe ending with a universe reset and the short film Constantine House of Mystery. There is no confirmed link and zero crossover between the two franchises, as they should not be connected.
But is there a link between this and the previous, like the other ones in the Tomorrowverse? Because this is not following that continuity pretty much at all. That's what's really weird to me.
Additionally, the Tomorrowverse's Flash doesn't remember the DC animated movie universe, although this could be due to the present day of the Tomorrowverse being prior to Barry's present day in the DC animated universe, and it will be revealed like it had been between Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox and Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
I mean, this doesn't feel at all to me like this is following like the whole Parasite thing. This seems like it's like a one-off on its own.
I think they've all been.
So then it's not really a Tomorrowverse. It's just they happen to keep using the same voice actors.
I'm trying to look for something decent.
And they're really just making it seem like these costumes are just like spandex, which makes no sense at all.
Tomorrowverse is not good.
What do you think about Lobo? You like that character?
No. I feel like you might think I would, but no.
As
Very
like a
generic.
one-off type of guy, he could be fun, but he's never been a character that I've ever thought that you could really do too much for. Oh, so there's Mongol. This design's very. I mean, Mongol is like Mongol and Thanos and Darkseid are all very similar to each other in design, but it's a little thinner than I would think I would have designed Mongol. Pointier nose, too.
James Gunn animated movie promises.
Promises what?
James Gunn DC Universe will include theatrical animated films. Let's fucking go. That's what you want to hear.
I know he had said before that he's going to try to make it to where the people are voicing the same roles on animated things as the people that are in the live action things.
Let's go, Tony. This is what we want.
Not depending on what the casting is.
We want animated movies in theaters. Bruce is like,
What? Are these not even like a part of the same universe?
is she from Red Sun?
I mean, the accents throw me off for sure. I don't remember if the same actress was part of the other movie.
Oh my god, help him. Help him.
At least it's a good voice for Lobo. You're a shapeshifter. Shift out of the fucking things. You're also intangible.
Those fucking things are scary. Like, honestly, that would be the. Look, we know aliens. They're talking about aliens in the news.
Clark wants to get it in.
I don't, like in any universe, Wonder Woman's probably worth.
Right. This design of Mongol looks like this one character from Captain Planet. Can't think of its name.
You self-righteous. Side note, I'm sick of my chair. It makes way too much noise. Hopefully that doesn't come through every podcast we do.
No, I'm not hearing it.
Okay, thank God.
After 10,000 years, I'm free. They're totally going to have Jason Momoa play Lobo. None of this plot is making any sense to me.
Correct. We've kind of just been sitting here watching.
I feel like they wrote this with like ChatGPT or something. I wonder if that's what happened. Because this, like, the dialogue seems to be off the fucking rails. Like, they're just talking about random shit.
Support writers. You know, like, on the off chance that did happen, support writers. I mean, support them anyway, but, you know.
Maybe not these, to be perfectly honest. You know what? Maybe I should have seen this coming. The writers that worked on this worked on the Green Lantern one that I wasn't a big fan of, the Legion of Superheroes one that was not promoted at all, and the Mortal Kombat films that have been pretty shit. Sorry, guys, I'm not digging your story.
Who wrote Dark Apocalypse work? Can we get him back?
Right?
You give me like 5 more of those stories. He said, suck it.
And this is all just building towards
Nothing.
this is the only Mongol thing. They could have done a whole story of the Mongol Warworld thing. Why wrap up this in like a fake image of that? That would be like telling the story that you're doing like the Killing Joke, and the first 2/3 or 3/4 of the movie are about like Adam Strange, and then it's just like, yeah, by the way, and then the Joker just, like, you know, does the laughing fish thing instead or something, like, where it's like, what? That's not Killing Joke. Like, this isn't Warworld.
It's funny that you said there's apparently an Adam Strange short film linked to the Tomorrowverse.
Adam Strange is not a character I've been the biggest fan of. I don't dig that, like, Flash Gordon sci-fi type thing. Do you?
Not typically. Warmester worked on the Guardians of the Galaxy animated show.
Never saw that.
It's like this, maybe it's like a good thing.
So once again, we're at a situation where the Like, this White Martian's just, like, fine. All the other ones are bad, though. This is the most incoherent story that I think I've ever seen from the DC animated films.
Not good. I always love watching movies with you, so I'm not regretting it, but not good.
Yeah, this is the key, and like it's just like this really feels like a ChatGPT thing. Like they just tossed out plot elements that lead nowhere, and a lot of
if I tweeted the writers, like, why do you
like what the fuck was happening here? I feel like the whole thing's going to turn out to be some kind of a dream or something, because it just doesn't make any sense. But that doesn't excuse any of the movie, like the bad dialogue and the story that's just bouncing around like crazy.
This guy made a website. One of the writers for this movie. It's called spacekicker.com.
What's that?
One of the writers for this movie recently launched a website called spacekicker.com.
Space what? You keep going in and out.
One of the writers of this movie launched a website a few days ago called spacekicker.com. I really just want to tell him that I'm not a fan.
What is Space Kicker?
That's what he's calling himself.
So the writer is Space Kicker?
Yeah.
The fuck? That's just as incoherent as this is.
Well, his name is Jeremy Adams.
Yeah, Jeremy man, Adams. I don't know. you gotta tell me what the fuck you were thinking with this one, Jeremy. Not to just plug my own shit, but the Batman Blueprint makes a lot more sense than this. I'll tell you that.
I just subscribed to his Substack. Let's see how that goes.
When we get done this, definitely going to be checking the Letterboxd to see what the reactions are. We'll still record that too. Yeah, the clones, Skartaris, and all the Demos and whatever the fuck the people are. I don't know.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I did hear that.
my Xbox controller just dropped. For no reason. Like, it's been sitting on the same spot the whole time.
You know, if anybody's watching this because they really wanted a cool Mongol story, do yourself a favor. Click on the Justice League animated show, like the actual TV show, Justice League Unlimited and all, and watch their interpretation of For the Man Who Has Everything. That was a much better 30 minutes.
I'm once again asking for people to donate to the Patreon so we can just spend a whole year watching Batman the Animated Series.
I fully agree to this. Patreon.com/fanboysanonymous. So who's this chick that's doing a cosplay of Jean Grey in Phoenix form? Yeah, something's got to be weird with this because they wouldn't have just fucking killed Martian Manhunter and all. That's it?
What the? Okay, so then the next one should tie it all together.
That was shit. I'm sorry. That was awful. What the fuck was that movie?
It was Warworld.
Uslan and all these producers, you guys didn't, like, with the first draft of this, you didn't sit down and go, what the fuck is this? You made it? What the hell was this? This might be my least favorite out of all of them. So that was Batlash, apparently. I don't know, like Harbinger and whatever. What the hell, man? Yeah, major thumbs down. Let's see what these letterboxed reactions were. I was so lost until the last 30 minutes, but having the Justice League in a fish out of water situation, learning their powers was interesting. Blatant sequel bait into Crisis on Infinite Earths. If that's supposed to set up Crisis on Infinite Earths,
yes, it is.
Then I don't want to see Crisis on Infinite Earths. Oh my god.
Well, it comes out in 2024. We will be watching it.
This one says, this has to be the longest short movie I've ever seen. With a title like this and being the first proper Justice League film in the Tomorrowverse, you'd think that Justice League Warworld should be a pretty straightforward movie to pull off, but this one does something completely different and not at all satisfying. It makes the bizarre decision to separate the Trinity across 3 individual stories into the first 2 acts, and thus feels like a weird anthology movie of sorts for most of the movie. None of the stories are all that interesting either, except since you came for the Justice League and that's not what you're given, even if the animation is good. Yeah, I like the animation itself, that's fine. Yeah, that's this is getting bad reviews online. I'm not at all surprised. The whole movie is just a setup for Crisis on Infinite Earths, but the worst part is it's boring as hell. 1.5 stars. The highest review I'm seeing so far has this at 3 stars out of 5.
What's that one?
That one's saying it's their favorite, but it isn't great. And then it's mostly things about it being like awful. But I guess that they just thought it was like, well, good enough for a 3-star thing. This one's multiverse stories suck. And that's too long to read. We are really killing the multiverse thing lately. I don't understand why they're just doing all that.
I think the multiverse died for me with Chip and Dale. Like
not what I saw.
The fact that that's like a thing that they decided to do for Chip and Dale, like the what was it? The defunct cartoon multiverse. Like, okay, enough. Stop flexing all the properties you own.
Yeah, everybody pretty much is saying a lot of like, what the fuck was this? It sounded like a cool idea that was executed terribly. This one's 1.5 stars. Promising concept, poorly executed, muddled mess. This person turned it off after 20 minutes. The fact that it takes an hour to understand what's going on is saying a lot. That's one review.
Yeah, that's probably my main takeaway is I didn't know what the fuck was happening until I had to look it up. And once I looked it up, I said, okay, I think I know where we're going.
This one just says, oh, it just ends. ... Yeah. One of them's just 1 star. And then in all caps, not good.
Look, Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh, so good.
It's been long enough. That movie just ends.
But in a completely different way.
But I was like, oh yeah. Can't wait for the next one. Like, this was bad.
This review by Matt, 1 star. Why do these just keep getting worse and worse? They lost me for a whole hour, so really you only watched the last 30 minutes, and no. One says, mostly terrible, but this is at least a better path of DC animation than what they tried with Injustice a couple years ago. I don't think that was really trying to do their own little universe, but...
Well... Yeah,
the consistent theme here is everybody going, well, if this is what the Tomorrowverse is heading into, we could just call it a day because it's over. And it was just like a shame because I liked Long Halloween. I really liked Man of Tomorrow too, but whatever this new group is that came on board that they're trying to do here, here's one that says half a star, which is the highest, or the lowest that you can give. You can't give it 0 stars. So half a star. A train wreck of a film is better than a boring one. Ooh.
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I see no reason why they couldn't continue on the path that they were on, even if they were going to reset the timeline.
Or just do the movies, like just do stories. What, like, why do you have to wrap it up in a weird gimmick like this? And they didn't even get their fucking memories back in this. So what was the point?
And it's not like we've had enough time with these characters to be like, oh, I really care if they get their memories back. You know?
Yeah, I think at this point, I mean, to be honest, I don't think that they should have released this. I don't think that this should have made it past the first draft of the script if this is what it was. But they had to have watched this, and I don't know, maybe it's the type of thing that they put the investment in and they weren't paying any attention, and then they're like, well, we should just fucking release it because we could make more money that way than if we don't release it or something. But here's a review that says, could not tell you a single thing that happened or a single word uttered in this entire thing.
Yeah.
I was excited to watch this, but it is kind of a little undercooked. This one says, where do I start? And they run through the whole movie, it seems. And
I liked what we saw at first. Like, I liked the Wonder Woman thing.
I wasn't even digging the Wonder Woman part.
But like the rest of it, why would you take Batman out of fucking Gotham? It's like the best part of Batman.
I don't know what this one, it says, just as I can handle the truth. A lot of people saying that they were falling asleep watching it. Pacing is bad, writing is dreadful, and the heroes have no character depth. There should have been at least 5 more movies before this Justice League team up. It wasn't even a Justice League team up, though. The movie fundamentally doesn't make any sense. Was this like 5 movies that they forgot to do the interwoven part to actually make it have a coherent story? I don't know. I don't even know what type of review I'm going to give it ultimately, like the rating for it, but I think I'm going the lowest that I can go. This is bad. This is real bad.
I support that.
I might have to not watch Legion of Superheroes. Especially now I'm looking up some reviews of that and people are saying that that's not really good either. One of the top reviews is 1 star. Kara is so chirpy. I mean, I've never been a big fan of Legion of Superheroes too, so we might skip that one. But I'm trying not to read any reviews that seem to have like the story for that, but this one sounds funny. It says, sorry to all 3 Mon-El fans who had to see this happen to their character. Yeah, I don't know a single person that would be like, yo, Mon-El's fucking great, man.
Shame. Used to be a time where like a new DC movie would come out and I would just like get so hyped to see it.
Yeah. Well, maybe James Gunn can turn it around. Oh, I like this. This one says, more like Justice League Warworld. Am I right?
Got him.
Here's a 1.5 star. For 1 hour and 30-minute movie, this felt like the longest thing ever, especially because of how confusing and boring it was. I always welcome new ideas, but this one was truly disappointing. This one just says 2 stars. Girl. ... Oh, this one's good. Half a star. What a great YouTube compilation.
Yeah.
It kind of feels a little bit like a fan made hash and slack job, right? Slash and hack job, not hash and slack. That doesn't make any sense.
A little bit. I don't know. I'll say this. These have been right disappointing. If you're into good DC animation, check out My Adventures with Superman.
That's such a good show. Yeah, it's not exactly what I would want, of course, because like it's a little bit weird to me that the main villains are like Slade and all, but they keep the spirit of the character. They've got like some interesting little twists here and there. That's a genuinely fun show. Harley Quinn's fucking great. That stuff's just still kicking.
Harley Quinn might be the best take ever on like the DC. Like it just as a fun take on DC. I think it's the best ever.
I love a lot of the stuff that they do on that show. So those things, fantastic. The DCAU that was under Bruce Timm, fucking amazing. Young Justice has its flaws, but Young Justice overall is really, really good. Tomorrowverse, man, you started off so good. If this is what we're getting going forward, I can't wait for it to end then.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you're checking out everything else happening here on fanboysanonymous.com, of course. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out the Patreon if you want us to watch other things. Please, hopefully better
for us to watch. Batman Animated. Look, let's call a spade here. We can't podcast forever. I want to do that one.
Yeah.
Like
I want to do that. I want to do the X-Men stuff. I want to do the Spider-Man stuff. I want to do the Batman movies. There's so many different things. Even like non-superhero related things. I would love to do deep dives over movies like fucking Glenn Ross or something, you know?
Is that still free on YouTube? You want to check?
It might be something we might need to do, yeah. So if you do want any of that, patreon.com/fanboysanonymous. You can directly sponsor that with the Pick Your Poison tier, or if you just want to donate $1 a month, hey, you know what? That helps out morale quite a bit. And make sure that you are also following our personal accounts. You can find me over on the link tree that I have at amangotree.com, where you can see all the different accounts that I have. You can check out the letterboxd that I have as well that I mentioned, but everything's at Tony Mango. And follow Rob as well.
Yeah, you can follow me everywhere at Dude Felice. That's DUDEFELICE. That is my thing now. I came up with it when I was 18, and we're stuck with it, baby.
That's pretty much me with the Tony Mango thing.
We're stuck with it, but dudefelice.com coming soon. I want to do so much more of this. Even on a bad one like this, like I just want to do more. So let's do more.
Hopefully so. Maybe not Legion of Superheroes.
Probably not.
But maybe something else down the line. So if you have any suggestions, drop them in the comments below. And of course, stay tuned for whatever does end up popping up next. But that's going to do us in for this. We hope you enjoyed it, even if you didn't enjoy the movie necessarily. And we'll see you next time. But for now, it's time for us to geek out.